Hey everybody, Chris the old ass retro gamer here, and welcome to the first in a long line of Top 3 Tuesday videos. Since I did that channel update and I said I was going to start talking about movies in my videos, as well as starting these Top 3 Tuesday videos, let's just combine both of them right off the bat. Boom.
What the fuck?
So what is today's Top 3 Tuesday topic? I want to talk about my top 3 Steven Spielberg films. And why do I want to talk about that? This past Friday, Close Encounters of the Third Kind was re-released in a 4K restoration theatrically, and as it's one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies, I had to go and see it on the big screen. Which naturally brings me to my third favorite Spielberg film, which is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This was the first film that Spielberg did after he released Jaws, which was like this mega hit, and 9 out of 10 times a director who has a massive hit like Jaws, their follow-up film is usually kind of suspect, but that was not the case with Spielberg. He knocked this one out of the park with a really strange film that is kind of set up like a disaster movie, which follows a bunch of different groups of people that combine at the end for this big meeting with some extraterrestrials. The characters all feel natural and real, mostly because they were all improvising their dialogue. Richard Dreyfuss is just charming as all hell. There's scenes in this movie that just tugs at the heartstrings, and the special effects are phenomenal. John Williams' music is just, and visually, it is really impressive. It is a huge step up from Jaws. It really showed that Spielberg was not a fluke. He had natural filmmaking talent, which explains why he's still making movies to this day. I'm really looking forward to Ready Player One. You have no freaking idea. It is just a wonderful movie that puts a smile on my face every time I watch it. My second favorite is Jurassic Park. Back when this movie was released in 1993 was when I graduated from high school. It was like this huge event. It was like the Jaws of the 90s. I mean, it was still playing at theaters by where I lived a year after it was released. That is like unheard of. It had taken on this epic status. And for good reason. It is a great, thrilling film. It is a variation on Jaws, where it is a bunch of people trying to get away from monsters, in this case, resurrected dinosaurs. But this was the movie that really brought CGI to the forefront, showed that it didn't have to look cartoony and fake, and if it was used properly in the right lighting, it could look just as realistic as any physical prop. John Williams' musical score is on point once again. The theme from Jurassic Park is one of my favorite pieces of music, but it is filled with action and adventure and really likable characters. Even the kids in this movie, which is something that I'm not a fan of, is when they throw a kid in there just so you'll be like, oh no, don't get hurt, oh my god, that child is in danger type of thing, to manipulate your emotions. The kids in this movie are really smart and not annoying at all. Can't say the same about the kids in part 2 or 3. Just this really magical film. Every time I watch it, it just makes me feel like a kid again. Everybody thought dinosaurs were awesome back in the 90s, and this movie kind of capitalized on it at just the right point in time. It is scary, it is fun, it is entertaining, it is thrilling, it is everything you want a movie to be for a summer blockbuster, and it delivered in every way. My number 1 movie is Jaws. Yes, I consider it a horror movie. Some people consider it like an adventure thriller type of thing. No, I think it's a horror movie because it is technically a monster movie. And for good reason. It is about a murderous animal killing innocent people because even sharks gotta eat. This was the first horror movie I ever saw. It scared the ever-loving piss out of me. You have no idea. Like, because of this movie, I am still deathly afraid of the ocean. I will not swim in any body of water if it's not chlorinated. But it is just filled with great characters that are really, well developed, well acted. But what makes the original Jaws so scary and effective is the fact that you never see the shark until the end of the movie. You get glimpses of it here and there, but you never actually see how big it is because of the mechanical shark constantly breaking down in the water because it was designed extremely poorly. Spielberg had to improvise on set, and he decided that the camera would be the eyes of the shark. You are going to see from the shark's point of view to cover up the fact that they couldn't show the shark as often as they really wanted to. And it turned out to be a masterstroke because waiting to show the full size of the shark until the very end of the movie makes it so much scarier, which is why this movie is so brilliant. It was like all the troubles and hardships of making the film made Spielberg do creative things to cover it up, but the payoff in the movie is fantastic. Those point of view shots of the camera like looming underneath someone's legs as they're swimming on the surface of the water, mixed with John Williams' iconic score, still gives me goosebumps. Jaws remains one of my favorite films because it is really intense, It is an awesome monster movie, directed so well. The actors, cinematography, music, set design. I mean, even when you see the shark, it is extremely impressive, even though you know it is a fake shark. But it is a perfect movie in my eyes. I can find absolutely zero faults with it. That is why it is my favorite Spielberg movie and in my top 10 films of all time. So what are your top 3 Steven Spielberg films? I really want to know. He has a huge filmography, so there's plenty of movies for people to choose from. And like I said, he started working in the late 60s and he's still making films today. So let me know in a video response, tag me in it so I know to look for it. And until next time, in the next Top 3 Tuesday video, I am Chris, the Old Ass Retro Gamer, signing off.